Hi guys, welcome to the next video of the chapter Lifelines of National Economy. In the previous video, we discussed the rail network and the pipeline network. In this video, we'll be discussing the waterways and the airways. Now, your waterways. So waterways are considered to be one of the cheapest mode of transportation because the medium that is used, the water, that is free of cost to us. So water flows in rivers, so that creates already a velocity for you, and in sea as well there is very less friction. So because of that, it is the cheapest mode of transportation because there is less reason to stop and there is no traffic as well, very less traffic on the sea network. Because of that, it is one of the cheapest mode of transportation. Also, it is suitable for carrying heavy and bulky loads. So you will see huge ships carrying shipments, and the size of the ships is such that even hundreds of huge carriage and loads will be taken care of by that one ship. So in 95% of India's trade volume is moved by sea. This is a huge number because for import and export, majority of the trade is done through sea, and it is fuel efficient and environment friendly. Because it is fuel efficient, again it becomes environment friendly. So this is some of the reasons why waterways is very important for any economy. Now, in India, first of all, let's discuss the various inland waterways. So by that we'll have the National Waterways of India. So in the waterways of India, the National Waterway National Waterway number 1 is on the Ganga River. So it is from Allahabad to your Haldia region. So this is where your National Waterway number 1 will be there. Similarly, there is another here along the Brahmaputra River. So you will have your Sadia to Dhubri. So Dhubri is here. From here you have your National Waterway number 2 on the Brahmaputra River. So these two are very important because you need to remember on which river it is. So from Allahabad to Haldia, National Waterway number 1, and National Waterway number 2 is from Sadia to Dhubri along the Brahmaputra River. So these are the two national waterways that are there. Plus we have few more. We'll be discussing National Waterway number 3 as well. This is along the West Coast Canal in Kerala. So these are your 3 national waterways. There are more as well. Now, discussing the inland waterways. So inland waterways will also be along the various rivers. So you have your Krishna, you have your Godavari, then Kaveri will be there. So along these rivers as well. Then you have your Damodar Valley Corporation. So along here as well you will have your inland waterways. So your inland waterway network is also developed. Although India hasn't developed a lot in this regard compared to other developed economies. So in that sense we have to improve. But still India has a lot of potential in the sense the river networks are great. There are not a lot of waterfalls in between. So waterfalls actually create problems. And so because of this reason, inland waterways can be developed in India because of lack of waterfalls in the rivers, major rivers. So this is about the inland and national waterways. Now let's look at the sea network. So we have our seaports. We have 13 major seaports. Let's discuss them. We have our Kandla port. Kandla port is in Gujarat. So here you have your Kandla port. So it takes into consideration the trade that will be done from Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Rajasthan. So from this area, this is the closest port, and Kandla port is also closest to the Middle Eastern countries. So for this reason, this port is responsible for the transportation there. Now we have the next port in Jawaharlal Nehru port right next to Mumbai. We have the Jawaharlal Nehru port next to the Mumbai port. So the objective for Jawaharlal Nehru port was to decongest Mumbai port. So because of this, we have the Jawaharlal Nehru port here, one of the largest ports in fact. Then Marmagaon port in Goa. In South District of Goa, we have the Marmagaon port. Then we have another Mangalore port right at the border of Kerala and Karnataka. and then we have a Kochi port. So Kochi port provides a southwestern extreme end. So this is basically the entrance of a lagoon here, and at this lagoon entrance it provides a shelter to the port. So because of this reason it's a very important port as well. Now let's look at the eastern side of India and the ports there. So we have the Haldia port here, then we have our Kolkata port. Kolkata port and Haldia port are right next to each other. The objective of Haldia port was to relieve the pressure on Kolkata port. And Kolkata port is an inland riverine port. It's on the river Hooghly. So because of this reason, it's an inland riverine port, and it's also very large and rich hinterland for Ganga and Brahmaputra basin. Now because of Hooghly river and the tidal impact, because of this it requires constant dredging of Hooghly. So this is because Ganga and Brahmaputra basin together provide a lot of silt. Because of this requires a lot of dredging, clearing of the silt. Now we have the next port, Paradip port here in Odisha. Then this is responsible for export of iron ore specially. So Paradip port in Odisha is for iron ore export. Then we have a Visakhapatnam port. Now Visakhapatnam port is a landlocked port and a well protected port. So because of this reason it is one of the largest and most important port as well. Then we have a Chennai port here and a Tuticorin port here. So this is the major seaports of India, starting from Kandla to Jawaharlal, then Marmagao, then your New Mangalore, then you have your Kochi port on to the eastern side. Now, moving to the airways. Now, airways, we already know, one of the fastest, in fact the fastest mode of transport, and it is considered to be a luxurious travel. So, fastest, most comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. Then the important thing is it covers difficult terrains. So areas where creating a road network or a rail network is not possible, those can be covered directly through the air network or the airways. So if there is a high mountain, no problem. We can easily travel above that. If there are dreary deserts, we can easily cross them. Dense forests, we can cross them. Long oceanic stretches, we can cross them. So because of this, air network becomes very important to reach inaccessible regions. And the fastest mode. Then, just a brief history, that Air India, which is the primary airlines for Indian government, that was nationalized in 1953. Earlier, it was under Tata Corporation. Now it has been nationalized. So Air India is the one that was nationalized here. Then our domestic air services also considered Air, Indian Airlines, Alliance Air, which is again a subsidiary of Indian Airlines. Then we have other airlines like Indigo, we have SpiceJet. So private airlines are there. Then we have non-scheduled operators as well. For Indian government, the international air services is done by Air India. And the Pawan Hans Helicopters Limited provides helicopter services to Indian government as well as the state governments for various activities, also to the public owned companies where such as Oil and National Gas Commission. So when they are going for offshore operations, the helicopters are provided by Pawan Hans helicopters. Then when areas where there are inaccessible regions and difficult terrains, especially when there is case of flood in the northeast, in the Kerala, where helicopters are needed because other modes of transportation cannot be used, Pawan Hans helicopter provides services at that time as well. So you see in Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, northeastern states, so because, helicopter services provided by the Pawan Hans helicopter services. Now, this covers our air network as well. So we have covered our waterways and airways. In the next video, we will be discussing the communication network. Thank you.